ready to go? Let's go! Artie, come here. Come here. Hi. Come on, bud. Let's go this way. Come on. Come on. Good job, buddy. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Well, this is going to be a Monologues and Downhill Dialogues episode. I think it's 10. Number 9 was about 9 months ago or something. Won't be long. I'll get right to the point. This is my official Barkley announcement for 2021 to answer all of the questions outstanding. I will not be going to Tennessee in the next couple of months here. Next month, late next month. Have I been intending to go the whole time? Yes. Did I expect the entire time that I would not be able to get there? Yes. I have been on the start list for the 2021 Barkley Marathons since the draw date, which was quite a few months ago. And I'm also obviously quite aware of the fact that we're in a global pandemic. I can't produce any of my races. I'm very aware of the fact that the Canadian and US border is closed and has been closed for the better part of forever. And I knew it was very unlikely that would change in time for me to get to Tennessee for the race. So I will officially be pulling my name out of the race as of Monday and allowing someone off the wait list to get in. It sounds like the race is going to hopefully happen. It will be a small limited field. There will be no crew members allowed. So first and foremost, even if I could have gone, my family would not have been able to go with me. And that to me just didn't feel right from the start. They've been such a part of it from day one. I don't know. I would have conflicted emotions if I had been able to finish the race, and they could not have been a part of that with me after how much they've supported me and given to me and motivated me over the years to do the Barkley at all. Sounds like the race may allow media people who have proof of vaccination, but either way it will be a very small field of people gathering in Frozen Head if they can still manage to host the race, which in and of itself is an uncertainty. For those who don't know, Canada-US border has been closed to all non-essential travel for, again, since April. And recent restrictions are what finally put this hope to still be able to make it there to rest. Canadians returning from overseas, flying into Canada, now are forced to do a 3-day hotel quarantine on their own dime at an expected expense of $2,000. If they happen to have a positive test, they then have to quarantine for 14 days in a hotel at their expense. You need to provide a negative test to be able to board your flight to begin with. In the unlikely scenario that I got COVID while there for the race, came out, had a positive test, I would not be allowed to board my flight back to Canada, and I would be forced into the US medical system for COVID recovery on my own dime, because travel insurance has exemptions and limited coverage for international travel. So all of that to say, I appreciate all of the support. I appreciate everybody rooting for me, wanting me to get this done. I would really love to move on from this stage. Come on, Artie, good boy. Hello. Come on, Artie. Good boy, good boy. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, I wish I could just get this done. And I'll intend to go back next year if I can. Hopefully injury free, hopefully the race happens without issue. Hopefully my family can go with me. Hopefully there'll be a decent field there. And hopefully we can get it done. But until then, this is the last need to talk about Barkley until Barkley weekend. I will miss seeing so many friends that I know are going to be there. The American start list of potentials, if they make it, is exceptional. I have full expectations that we will see a 5th lap runner and maybe even a finisher, maybe even 2. I'll go on record and say that right now. If the people who I know are on that start list can all make it there healthy and fit, there's going to be a very strong chance of success. And I wish them all the best. I'll be following along on Barkley weekend with the rest of you. So with that, again, thank you. And we'll see what happens next year. What you doing? Oh my goodness. Did we go a little too fast down the top? Is it nap time? I was thinking maybe we should keep running and go all the way home together. That's a good stick. Yeah, you. Oh my goodness. How was that, Artie? Well, that was my first time taking my dog on a downhill run, and we blew him up in about 5 minutes, but he did great before he laid down and said, too much. He'll be almost 2. He'll be 2 in May. He's coming along great. And finally, the last thing I want to add here is, today, Saturday, Feb 6th, this is the first time in over 3 months that I've been wearing a running pack and trail shoes. Anybody that follows me on Strava or whatnot is well aware of the fact that I changed things up this winter with the expectation that this would occur. So at the start of this fall training season, I decided to train for a 10K time trial, and I decided to get on my skis as much as possible, and I decided to spend as much time with my family and with my son, 5-year-old son, skiing as possible, because these things have been necessary to cull over the last few years of Barkley training. By this point in early February, over the last 5 years, the 1 year I wasn't injured, I would be 150,000 feet into my vertical training for the race. I expected, come on, good boy. It's weird, isn't it? I'm just talking to myself. I saw this coming. This is not a surprise. It's no less disappointing. Come on. But I am super happy with the season I've had, the winter season. I've backcountry skied 13 times. I've gotten my son out on skis 7 times. And I still hold and I trained hard for a 10K, and I have a great level of fitness right now that I can apply to my other goals this year, which will come to light eventually. I was fully prepared to flick the switch right now, put in the necessary vertical training block to make it to Barkley at the end of next month in prime shape. And now is when that would have to happen. And now is when the call has to be made. It's not happening. It's not reasonable to attempt to make this happen. So I will be continuing to focus on my skiing, my son, my family, and take a down cycle right now in training before bumping back up in the spring with volume towards some of my summer running goals, which again will become clearer in the months to come. But essentially, Again, I expected this outcome. I'm happy for the fact that I didn't go all in on Barkley training months ago, where I would be even more frustrated and disappointed than I am. But because this seemed like a foregone conclusion and I was able to introduce more balance in my life this year, it meant that that I can digest this and process this a little bit more rationally than otherwise. My biggest frustration, 44 years old right now. Clearly that means I'll be 45 next year. You don't get a lot of chances at stuff like this, and we'll see. Kind of starts to grow old. It's been 6 years. It's been 6 years. It loses its luster. So it's nice to take a break this year. It'll be nice to not think about it too much outside of race weekend, and we'll come back at it again in 12 months and see how it goes. But once again, sucks to pull the plug, not unexpected, has been inevitable for a very long time. Now my, come on Artie, come on bud, come on, let's go, come on, let's go. And yeah, there are bigger things at stake and at play right now. We're in the middle of a global pandemic, and my biggest hope beyond Barkley or anything else is that we can just start to get back to life as normal here as the vaccination rolls out. So all of that, thank you so much, all the best, and we'll see what happens for 2022.